Hi, my name is Deepthi. Today we are going to learn about how to perform hand reams and fit taper pins.
At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to file the shape and size as per drawing, mark square and taper dowel pin location, step drill to ream taper pin hole and drill relief hole, chain drilling. Fix taper dowel pin and cheese head screw as per drawing. Fit part 2 in assemble setting as per drawing. Tools required: vernier height gauge, vernier caliper, taper dowel pin. Equipment required: lathe machine. Materials required: raw material, oil. Before starting job, there are some preliminary checks to be made. Those are as follows. First, check the raw material using steel rule. File the part 1 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. File the part 2 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. File the part 3 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. Once filing all the 3 parts has been completed, then prepare all the parts for the markings. Mark off part 1 with vernier height gauge as per drawing. Mark off part 2 with vernier height gauge as per drawing. Part 1 and 2. Check the given raw materials for its size. File raw metal to size 60 into 60 into 9.5 mm in 2 pieces and check the dimensions using vernier caliper. Check flatness and squareness using a tri-square. Apply marking medium and mark off square and enter line for dowel pin holes and cheese head screw holes and punch witness mark and center punch marks on the job. The raw material has been checked, all the parts have been filed, and then they have been marked with vernier height gauge, and at last they have been punched witness mark. Now, all the preliminary checks have been done, we are good to go. Place part 2 on part 1 assemble and clamp the setting with parallel clamp and check the squareness of the assembled parts. Fix center drill in drilling machine and center drill to locate all the spot of hole position as per drawing. Fix diameter 4 mm drill in drilling machine and drill a through hole in the place of taper dowel pin assembly. Similarly, fix diameter 5.7 mm drill rod step hole to the depth 2/3 portion of the drilled hole and fix diameter 5.7 mm drill and step drill hole to the depth of 1/3 portion of the drilled hole in the place of taper dowel pin assembly. Fix taper pins reamer in tap wrench and ream a step drill hole to the taper hole to suit taper dowel pin in the assembly without disturbing the assembly setting. Use plenty of oil while reaming. Fix taper dowel pin in the reamed taper hole through push fit. Similarly, repeat the above working steps and complete the above procedures to fix another taper dowel pin in the assembly through push shift as per drawing. Fix diameter 6.0 mm drill in drilling machine and drill a through hole in the place of cheese head screw assembly. Fix diameter 10 into 6.0 mm counterbore tool and counterbore to the depth of cheese head screw head thickness in part 2 top blade and cut M6 internal thread in the place of cheese head screw assembly in base plate. Fix M6 into 18 mm cheese head screw in the internal threaded hole. Similarly, repeat the above working steps and complete the above procedure to fix the outer cheese head screw in the assembly. Fix diameter 3 mm drill in drilling machine and drill relief holes as per drawing. Fix diameter 6 mm drill in drilling machine and drill chain drilling to remove unwanted metal in internal square, part 1 and part 2, base and top plate. Disassemble the setting from the drilling machine table and chip and remove the unwanted metal using chisel and ball peen hammer in part of base and top. Reassemble the part 1, base and top along with taper dowel pins and cheese head screw and file internal square to size and 90-degree angle and measure the dimensions with vernier caliper. Follow safety precautions while performing drilling and chipping operations. Now, we have successfully created the first part and the second part. Next, we will create the third part. File part 3 raw metal to size in square bar 24 into 24 into 25 mm and check the dimensions with vernier caliper. Check flatness and squareness using a tri-square. Fit part 3 in push shift in the assemble part 1 and part 2 base and top. Disassemble all the parts and finish all the surfaces and remove burrs from all corners of the parts of assembly. Reassemble all parts and fit part 3 in push fit. Once all the fitting is done, apply oil and preserve it for evaluation.
Let's have a recap of what we have learned today. We have learned to file to shape and size as per drawing, mark square and taper dowel pin location, step drill to ream taper pin hole and drill relief hole, chain drilling, fix taper dowel pin and cheese head screw as per drawing, fit part 2 in 1 assemble setting as per drawing. Thus, we have learnt how to perform hand reams and fix taper pin. Hope you have a clear understanding on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor.